Ready, headlines?
Roll headlines.
Southern California may not be out of fire danger, and the Santa Ana winds are the reason. A rise in crime at medical marijuana dispensaries has LA shop owners worried. And the Primetime Emmys have wrapped, and we have the winners as well as who wore what on the red carpet.
Welcome to Valley View News. I'm Shayla Salva.
And I'm Jacqueline Guzman. Fire officials in Southern California are worried about the return of the Santa Ana winds. A red flag warning was issued because of the high fire danger throughout the Southland. This includes the site of the station fire in the Los Angeles National Forest. Winds were expected to gust up to 45 miles per hour. The blaze broke on August 26 and became the largest wildfire in Los Angeles County history. The station fire was 94% contained at the time of the warning, but the Santa Ana winds pushed back the expected date when it would be fully contained. Firefighters soaked his spots and used aerial surveillance and infrared technology to spot burning embers.
The biggest of the blazes, the station fire, has left its mark on a number of foothill communities. Valley View's Joseph Prado was on scene last month as firefighters fought the huge blaze.
A series of wildfires marched through Southern California at the end of the summer season. The effort to battle the blazes was there, but at times it was uncontrollable. Authorities could be seen patrolling neighborhoods close to the fires, like firefighter Jared Stevens and his crew.
Well, we got up here in the morning. We got assigned to the end of this cul-de-sac right here to wait for this fire to come down and protect the surrounding structures. So right now we're in a wait mode. And when the fire comes down, we're going to make sure we're going to deploy our hose lines and make sure the houses are protected and nothing burns out.
But Stevens spoke too soon. Later in his patrol, a fire broke out only a half a mile away from homes. Shelters had to be set up since some citizens were forced to evacuate. This was the scene one Saturday afternoon at the La Cañada High School gym. Many came to see the site, like Susan Boss and her kids.
Even though you don't live up here, I think when you grew up here, you want to be a part of, the beginning and the end. If you came up here when you were younger and you've seen it in great shape and you've enjoyed it so much, if it's going to go down, you kind of want to be a part of that too, I guess.
More than 700 firefighters were needed to fight the blazes. 2 were killed, and more than 160,000 acres of land have been burned. In La Cañada, Flint Ridge, I'm Joseph Prado, Valley View News.
A 13-year-old boy, El Monte boy, has been charged with 2 felonies for allegedly starting the Morris Stand fire. Prosecutors say the blaze burned nearly 3,000 acres north of Azusa last month. Investigators from the U.S. Forest Service and the Los Angeles County Fire Department say the cause of the fire was arson. The boy's name is being withheld because of his age. He is not in custody, but he is said to be arraigned in mid-November in Pomona Juvenile Court. He faces counts of felony arson of a forest and recklessly causing a fire to a forest or structure.
Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies shot and killed 3 armed suspects in separate incidents the same weekend. One deputy was injured during one of the shootings. Authorities say firearms were taken from one suspect. The incidents bring a total number of fatal shootings to 13 this year. That compares to 5 deadly shootings in all of last year. The first of 3 weekend shootings occurred in Linwood. Authorities say deputies saw a 17-year-old who had escaped from them earlier that night. Deputies say he was shot several times after he pointed a gun to authorities. The young suspect died later at the hospital. The second shooting occurred when an officer fatally shot him near the 710 freeway in Compton. The last of 3 shootings involved a man in the parking lot of a motel near the Imperial Highway. All cases are still under investigation. Department officials say they will discuss whether deputies need additional training.
A shooting in Pacoima has left 2 people dead and 1 wounded. Los Angeles police say a group of friends were at a home when they were approached by 2 to 3 men who opened fire in the group. Police say several weapons were used and many shots were fired at the victims. 2 young men, one 16 and the other 20, died at the scene. A 15-year-old was taken to a local hospital and is expected to survive. Police say they suspect the crime was gang-related.
Medical marijuana dispensaries in LA County are being robbed at an alarming rate, and that puts many pot shop owners on the defensive. About a week ago, 2 gunmen walked into a clinic in the 11,000 block of Pico Boulevard and began firing after workers refused to hand over money. Los Angeles police say there have been at least 200 pot shop robberies in the valley alone over the past 2 years. Many store owners say their businesses make easy targets because they handle drugs and cash. Craig Rubin runs a dispensary and says the robbery threat makes it hard to provide for those in need.
But I believe that some medical marijuana club owners are still operating in a climate of fear as they're trying to help sick people.
The LAPD has released this surveillance tape from a West Valley dispensary robbed in August. There have been a string of marijuana dispensary robberies in the West Valley since May. Authorities are still looking for a group of suspects linked to at least 3 robberies that have injured 2 people.
A 47-year-old woman may have been killed by a speeding street racer in the community of Paris. Patricia Wallace was walking across Highway 74 and 7th Street when she was struck by a dark-colored compact coupe with damage to his front end. The driver sped away. Witnesses told officials they saw the motorist that hit Wallace Street racing at the 4-lane highways that go through Paris.
Small floods have been springing up all over Los Angeles, but these floods are not from rain. Water mains are breaking underground, and that makes pressure build up until the streets burst open with flowing water. Samantha Minton reports from one major leak in the West Valley.
Dry mud is caked everywhere, only to show that another water main break left its mark on this stretch of Burbank Boulevard in Woodland Hills. Caution tape surrounds a 12-foot by 15-foot sinkhole created by the pipe's rupture and water upwelling. Josephine Santos was trying to get home, but she had to call 911 for help.
They actually gave me a ride because I couldn't come across the street to my house. So they actually gave me a ride in a small truck and pulled into the driveway so that I wouldn't have to cross through the river water. It's pretty deep. It was coming down fast.
More than a dozen water pipes have broken in the last several weeks, and the DWP has been busy. The Department of Water and Power came and immediately fixed the leak, but plans to return because this entire block of Burbank Boulevard south of DeSoto is severely damaged. Cracks, dents, and dips lined the street, which homeowners say was even and flat before it happened. Not only did the water flood the streets with dirt from the ground, it caused a rift throughout the street, raising the asphalt several inches for more than a block. Joseph Santos has lived here for 50 years and says the river-like flood was frightening.
This thing was coming over to the grass here. It was terrible. It scared me, you know. I hope it won't happen again.
For now, the damage is done, but this neighborhood can soon look forward to a newly paved street. I'm Samantha Minton in Woodland Hills for Valley View News.
Los Angeles is giving away free rain barrels to help fight the drought. The $1 million program will install the rain barrels in 600 homes. The city estimates that 800 million gallons of water could be saved if every residential property installed the barrels. Only 40 of the installations have done so far. There are still 170 openings in the list, and the city is hoping to have them all outfitted by the fall. An evaluation of the program is scheduled for next spring.